Hey everybody, we are doing a live today and I'm just finishing up some mums, and I got some supplies in yesterday, so we'll just go over some different things, and if anybody has any questions they can ask, which nobody's on yet because nobody knew I was doing a live, but hopefully a few people will join in. So this is a 4-inch flower mini mum extra long. And there's two, they ordered two, not identical, but very similar, both cheerleaders. So of course the same colors and everything. So they're very, very similar, just a few differences. Hey Connie, how are you? I'm glad you could join in. I just thought, hey, I've got a little time, I'm gonna do a live instead of putting in a video. I did get my video edited, but I'll save it till I need it. And I keep losing my voice too, so I'll just warn you. So if you didn't hear me, this is a 4-inch flower extra long, because you know I do those about 12 inches on the streamers, so it's a little bit longer. And I just cut out the cheerleaders for them. I just cut out these 2.5-inch long cheerleaders, so small cheerleaders for the flowers, simple. I still have to cut out the all the stickers, but I cut out a bunch of custom cutouts today. That's what I do. I go through and do about 5 or 6 orders at a time, and then I just keep stacking them up. That way when I get to that part of the mum, I've already got that all cut out. Hey Marissa, hey Kay, so glad you guys could join in. I'm glad you're here too, Kay. Oh, good, Marissa. What size are you working on? So I'm gonna do the little cheerleader in the middle, and like I said, I've got 2 of these that are almost identical. They're both getting a cheerleader, so I'm gonna do that, and then I got some supplies in yesterday, so I'm gonna show you guys that. And I've got some other mums that are I've got several that are in different progress that I need to work on. So I like rotate through them because I get burnt out. Plus I may get stuck, like I need to do the stickers and I want to wait and cut a bunch of the stickers at the same time. So I just rotate through different sections of all the mums. So on these simple little cutouts like this, you know, they're pretty delicate and it can be tricky to glue these on. I mean, you can glue them down into the flower, but it kind of hides it, you know, a little bit, and it may not look as good sometimes. But you can also glue it to the top, but these 4-inch flowers are not that full, as you can see. So it can be very tricky, and you'd have to do like a little bit at a time, just to be very careful with it. But what I'm gonna do is add some tinsel to make the flower even fuller, and then glue the cheerleader onto that. Let me see what Connie's saying here. 4 identical mums and 4 identical garters. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Connie. So you guys are busy too. So I'm gonna find the center. And I've got different tinsels, so I could use this, but to me this is like too much. It's like too much for that little flower. This one's almost the same as that one. It's just all silver. This one's holographic, which I can't find this anymore. I think that's the very last piece. But then I have the very small tinsel, very inexpensive. I already made a little ball there, so I'm just gonna put that in the center, just to add something to the very center. 18-inch. So when you say 18-inch, it's like me with braids and chains, is the 18 inches or the whole thing. Hey TJ. Oh, I want to tell you guys, I have not heard back from Miss B about winning. You know, I put the video, the live stream that announced her, and then I commented on her comment from the giveaway video, and she has not replied. So I don't know if she hasn't been on, or, you know, I hope she's well and everything. Hope she's not sick or anything, but yeah, it's been 5 days and I haven't heard from her, so 2 more days. If I don't hear from her, I'm going to redraw. So I know everybody wants her to be well, but I'm sure everybody's like, oh, maybe I can win now. So you guys might have another chance, is what I would say. Hello, Amy. How are you? Okay, so you see I'm just going to add this little piece of tinsel, little ball of tinsel there. Kind of fill up the flower, and it'll just make that sparkle a little bit too, make that cheerleader stand out. I really wish I had black. I don't even know if they made black tinsel, but wouldn't that be cool behind that orange? I'm gonna have to look for that, which I could use feathers or something, but I need something really tiny. So I'm just gonna put some glue in the center. TJ, have you got your listing up yet, or was it next week you said you were gonna do that? So you see, that's just kind of like I made a center of the flower, like a pretty center. Now you can do it like this, or I like to do things like off-centered or diagonal or something. To me, I don't know. Sometimes I put them up there straight, but a lot of times I like to do it just a little off-center. Very delicate. Be very careful with the glue. I do have some finger protectors, but I'm constantly not using them. So I'm making sure that I get these little pom-poms glued down. I don't want those to be loose. They could get torn off so easily because that's so delicate. I told you, Connie, I'm going to be losing my voice. Oh, that's so smart. That's smart, Connie. I'll have to start doing that. You know, if you did like a little tinsel puff or something like this, because I secure that with a Chanel stem, you could run that down the flower. That would be pretty. But yeah, you could wrap Chanel stem around that. That's really smart. Oh, I didn't even think about that, Amy, because I see those tinsel, you know, that have ghosts or pumpkins or something on them, and I'm like, oh, I can't use it. I didn't think about cutting them off. Good grief, you guys are all smart today, giving all kinds of good tips. So that's just a cute little cheerleader in the center. This spirit chain. So, you know, I have videos for the 3-ribbon spirit chain, and I finally figured out how to weave a 3rd ribbon if you have a regular spirit chain and you want to make it a 3-ribbon. That's what I did with this one, so I'm gonna have to do a video, and it was so easy. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out, but yeah, if you've got a regular one, or if you think the braiding technique is too difficult with the 3, you can make a regular one and then weave a 3rd ribbon. It was super, super simple. And you can see I did a smaller black, so that gave it a different look too. And then I ran this buffalo check black and white, and then the gingham orange and white just underneath those ribbons. And those are both Dollar Tree ribbons. So that gave it a different look. They're really cute. And I've got glitter, polka dots, the stripes. I think this one is from Michael's. They get it at Halloween, so I'm gonna have to get some more. This is just stars. I think that one came from Hobby Lobby. That glitter came from Hobby Lobby. I can't remember on that one. And then the rest are acetates. So I did 3 colors of acetates. Oh, and then the silver glitter back here. Just little spikes, just to fill in those little gaps between, and it added some sparkle. And that is Dollar Tree ribbon right there. Hey, Kelly. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Let me catch up. I'm behind here. I'm gonna have to check out on those Halloween, because they're definitely getting all their Halloween stuff at the Dollar Tree. Which video had you making lettering? The vinyl stickers, is that what you're asking? Yeah, that's really smart, Connie, to use the pipe cleaner like on tinsel or whatever else you want to put in the middle of the flower. That was a really good tip. Hey Jennifer, how are you? I'm trying to remember if I have, I mean, I know I've attached stickers before on videos, but I don't know if I showed me actually cutting them out on my Scan and Cut. But I'll tell you what I do, what I've been doing this year to get more fonts, because the Scan and Cuts don't come with very many fonts. And then you have the Canvas Workspace, I think they call it, the program that you can work on the computer and then send it to your Scan and Cut. But you have to buy the $50 card, the Wi-Fi card, to do that, or you plug it in. But I've been getting on Canva, and they have so many free fonts, and so I've been doing, you know, like the person's name in one font and their school and mascot in another font, and then sending it over to my Scan and Cut, the Canvas Workspace, I'm sorry, and making sure that I can cut it out, and then I send it to my machine. It's a lot of work. You know, it adds a lot of work, but it's really, you know, I get all these different fonts though, and it makes all of them really, really unique. You're having a hard time using your glitter cardstock? Are you having a hard time cutting it or getting it glued down, or what part are you having a hard time with? Because I know I can have a hard time with them not sticking to the mat, not cutting right, not cutting the right depthness. I mean, it causes a lot of work, these little custom cutouts. Ooh, Amy, sash mum. I have actually never made one. I've never had anybody want one, and I don't really want to make one. I mean, if somebody wanted me to, I would, but that's not something I really wanted to. I bet Connie or TJ might have, and Kay, they might have some tips for you. Or anybody else have tips on that? Because I am no help on that. I didn't think about that either. I've got some of those tinsel wreaths. You can take the tinsel off of it. Y'all are so smart. I haven't thought about any of that. Yeah, it is super cool. On the ribbon pin. Yeah, I probably do. I know I've shown it before. Oh, you're still a fan. I've got the Brother Scan and Cut. I know a lot of people have Crickets. And I had a hard time deciding which one I was going to get, which machine. But I like that this one had the scan in feature, which it's okay. It works sometimes. It doesn't work all the time. Oh, yeah. I just bought a new one. I get this one. The sticker maker. I've had this one for a couple of years, but I'm thinking, you can't tell when it's getting low. You have no idea. So I went ahead and ordered another one off Amazon just to be safe. But when you're doing like somebody's name or something that's real delicate, you want to use this. Now anything that's chunkier, I use the E6000 glue. And then I've got a really good tip for you. If you have a custom cutout that's more than one layer, the best thing you can do after using this or your glue, and these are from my shipping labels, but you see it's non-stick on this side. It's almost like wax paper, but nothing will stick on this side. So what I do is after I've done this or the E6000, I put the So let's just say this is more than one. So I take this, put it on my dresser, I stick some books on top of it, and leave it overnight, and they are set. They're not going to come apart. It works really, really great, because I did have some problems last year with a few coming apart, and I was trying different things, different kinds of glues and stuff, and I found this works really, really great. And if you can press it down like that and leave it overnight, it's gonna work. It's gonna stay a lot longer. And another tip, if you've got one that's more than one layer, try to attach them flat. Don't bend them. If you like try to bend them like this, it's gonna make the letters and stuff pull apart. So try to attach them flat. That's something else I've learned the hard way, and I'm way behind, y'all. Oh, and the reason why I get this one, I don't know if I said, this is the whitest one they have for some reason. The non-refillable one is the whitest one. I think it's 3 inches. So you can't do anything big in it. Or it's the biggest one I've found. I keep searching for bigger ones. The font, never heard of that. Yeah, that was another reason why I didn't want to go with Cricut, because it seemed like they charged you for everything. You know, Brother Scan and Cut doesn't have that much, but everything's free, so. But then you know, when I found out I can get on like Canva or something, and I can just save the image and then pull it up on my Canvas workspace, so it's really simple. Or anywhere else, like Amy's saying. Three oval-shaped backers stapled. Oh, that's smart. 6-inch round. That's really. Thank you, TJ, for that. That's really smart. So I guess they're doing the mum flowers all the way down. I would think it would be easier to do like loops or something, but it's whatever the customer wants. If they want the flowers all the way down, that is a really good tip. Because I was thinking, man, you'd have to do individual backers, but yeah, the oval ones, that's smart. Oh, that's smart too, Connie. Very, very smart. That's another issue, you know, you wonder like how big do you make it? How far down do you make it? Because what if they're really short? So TJ has a big one. So how wide is it, TJ? Like how wide is the space? Oh, wow. I'm gonna have to look back at all this. You guys are giving such good tips. Like, so I knew one of these girls would have some good sash tips for you. Oh, thank you, Kathy. That's so sweet. They are awesome, aren't they? But that's what I love about the lives. You guys can give your experience too. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the other one. Let me grab it and put it next to it. You guys can see how close they are. This way. Oh, good grief. You guys, if I get kicked off again, if it just like cuts off for whatever reason, I will try to get back on live. So just like give me a couple of minutes and then check back. It happened to me last week, and you know, it happens to me like every other time, it seems like. I don't know if it's our Wi-Fi, if it's the GoPro, what. So here's the other one. You can see they're the same length. Very, very similar. I did a few different ribbons. This is a different silver. This is a different polka dot. And this is a big polka dot instead of the stripe. And then I did a different braid, but I did the black and white gingham, and then the cheer we woven in there. And this is the bigger tinsel puff, and it's white. So just little differences like this, but they got the same trinkets. And I'm also gonna do at least one more cheer trinket after I get the stickers on. And then I already did the homecoming on this one. I pre-cut like a bunch of homecoming 2021s, so I have a bunch and I'll have to keep cutting those out. Ooh, TJ, you've got to like try to send us a link for that sticker maker if you can. Creative Station. Oh, I've seen that, but I was trying to like figure out what it was. I couldn't tell like if it was really a sticker maker or what. But if you want, put that like a link for that either on this or like in the comments or something, so other people can check that out. Okay, so let me put that one up and I'll do the cheerleader on this one. And I do have, like I said, I've got the homecoming. I always raise these up and see which ribbons I can see the most so I know where to stick the stickers. And of course, you know, I'm gonna put their name on the outer one and then like maybe the mascot or the school name or something on the outer ones because you can see those the most. I don't know if you got, no, you can't see. Over here I've got like 6 boxes that I gotta ship out tomorrow. It's crazy. That's what I did this morning, was just box up orders. I'm gonna be drinking water the whole time, you guys. Okay, so here's that little, this is just a real inexpensive tinsel. It doesn't even have a wire in it. It's got like string. But I like to twist them up, make them into like a little ball. So I'll find the center. Connie, I'm going to be trying your idea too. I cut some for a 5-inch flower and they're about, let's see, those 3, yeah, those are 3 and these are 2.5. Actually, I'm going to put that one the other direction. I don't want to be all matchy-matchy. Again, I'm trying to get those pom-poms glued down because they're so delicate with the little arms. I just love that little cheerleader. I think it's so cute. It's easy to cut out. I make stickers with it and everything. What? Look, you can see the sticker. Yes, I need to do that. I don't even know if I have this one in my storefront, TJ. So I got into, I don't want to say I got into an argument with a customer but, on Etsy, but you know, TJ, you got to watch out. Well, you already have an Etsy shop and you sell other stuff, so you know what it's like. But, you know, when people order last minute, I get so many that just think they can sneak an order in and I'm just going to be like, okay, I can do that in a week or a week and a half. And they don't want to pay for the rush fee or the rush order or, you know, anything like that. So I had a lady this week do that. Kind of went back and forth with her. I don't want to say too much about it in case, you know, you never know who's listening. But if they give me 2 weeks or less to make their mom and get it shipped, that's definitely a rush order for me. And I think it would be for anybody. But 3 weeks, it's kind of iffy on 3 weeks. I should probably do a rush order. But I'm pretty easygoing and I usually bend over backwards for people, but I'm starting to get more like, no, I'm not going to get taken advantage of anymore. But I had a lady this week. She ordered, and I realized she's given me a little over a week and a half to get the mum made and shipped. So her homecoming is 2 weeks away. And so I messaged her and I said, the only way I can do this is if you pay the rush order, because I will have to squeeze you in. I'm already booked up. I'd have to squeeze you in between people and work on it in between, and that's the only way I'll do it. So she responded and she's like, I so appreciate you getting me in and taking my order. And she says nothing about the rush order. And she's just like, I just love your work. It's so beautiful. I know it's going to turn out beautiful. Just kept like sugarcoating. And I was like, okay, she didn't say anything about the rush order. So I responded, you know, and she went on and on about they just found out when homecoming was, and now they're all rushed to find somebody. And I, you know, trying to get me to be like, oh, okay. You know, that's what I always get with the late people. I always get the, well, we just found out. It's not my fault, you know, which I understand. It happens, but they're trying to get me to be like, okay. And I have been like that before. Like in the past, I've always been like, okay, I'll do it for you. And now I'm trying to get, you know, away from that. I'm trying not to, because every time you bend over backwards for somebody, then they don't come back to you. I've learned that the hard way. So I responded to her message and I said, you will need to pay the rush order fee, and I sent her a link to the rush order fee if you want me to make this mum. You know, I mean, it was very clear. No response. A day goes by, no response. So this morning, I sent her one last message and I said, I will cancel this order unless you pay the rush order fee. And she responded, cancel the order. And it just cracked me up. I thought she was really trying to get me to do it basically for free. I thought, you know, when people do that to you, they're basically saying, you don't deserve to get paid for your hard work. I do, but you don't. It took me a long time. It took me years to realize that. And I deserve to get paid just as much as anybody else. And I'm working morning till night. I'm taking a couple of breaks. You know, I'm killing myself for these moms, for people, and they should have to pay for it, right? Yeah, I hated canceling the order, but I mean, it's just like they'll just keep on, you know, and I've had other people that have had to pay it, and that's not fair. If somebody else has to pay it, then everybody should have to pay it. Yeah, I don't think they do, Connie. I mean, they really don't. Even just like I said about the stickers, like what process I go through making the stickers, and then the little custom cutouts. You know, these are simple. I already have them in my machine. That's really simple to cut out, but you know, like the ones that want their school logo, or it's a, you know, something different that I haven't done before, then I have a lot of work to do. And you know, we all deserve to get paid for our hard work. So let me put this one out and grab some other stuff. So I'm just trying to pass on, if you guys are like me and you're too accommodating, you know, you've really got to learn to say, I deserve this. I deserve to get paid. I deserve, you know, this is hard work, and I deserve to get paid just like anybody else. I deserve the respect, and you know, blah blah blah. So these are not the same school. You guys probably know this is my school colors, but these are not for my school, or our school, our local school, I should say. But these are the regular mini mums with the 5-inch flower, regular length. So, you know, I didn't have, these weren't exactly rush orders. She's a returning customer, so it was kind of iffy. You know, she was kind of there on the line. So I didn't charge her a rush, and she was communicating with me in advance, so I didn't charge her a rush order. But she did come back and try to order another one for somebody. And I said, if you want to add one more, you're going to have to do the rush fee. Yeah, I know it's not, but it still makes me feel, you know, that's another thing. I always feel bad. I always feel guilty. So I'm trying to learn to be like, to say no, basically. Thank you, Amy. 2 medium mums and I had them ready and she never came to pick them up. That's so frustrating, Kay. Oh my gosh. I always worry about that with local people because I don't make them pay anything in advance. So far, I have not had that happen. I don't remember having that happen. And I've actually been surprised, you know, because you think it's so easy for them just to skip out on you when they don't have to pay for it in advance. And I've even thought about with local people making them pay like a fee, you know, PayPal it to me or something. Especially if it was like, you know, some big mega mom. I think I would make them pay in advance, you know, not pay in advance, but at least pay down on it or something, just so you wouldn't get screwed over like that. Oh, thanks, TJ. She likes different patterns and fun things on hers. So I was kind of moving these ribbons around and I just thought it was cute with this little piece of ribbon off to the side, this little ribbon spike. What do y'all think? I thought it was cute. Like I made her some last year too, some mini mums, so I wanted them to look different from last year. And I used, I had some zebra print acetate, just a little bit left over, and I had used those on hers, like on the ends, and she loved that. So I thought, well, these fun little polka dots would be just a cute little thing to add on there. And I made some really quick braids because, you know, these, like I said, these weren't ordered way in advance, so I was able to make these very quickly. I actually had this backer already made. I'm pretty sure I did a video on it. And then I made this one. This one's a little bit wider. I think I attached them a little bit further out on the mum, so they will look different. And then the pattern of how I did the ribbons is completely different too. Hey Becky, that's smart. That is smart, especially like if it was a new customer. That's funny, Amy. Good for you. That's so smart, TJ. I just let people come and go whenever they want. See, I'm too accommodating. Probably, Connie. Probably. Yes, that's true. You know, and I've even, the people that are at schools, you know, like around here, it's still a good distance, you know, like I would meet them somewhere, you know, because having people in your house, strangers in your house, isn't always a good idea. But, yeah, I've met people before, but they don't realize, you know, and once you do that though, they ask you that every year. So I came across that problem too. And the last time I did that was like 2 years ago. And I told them, okay, I'm going to be at this spot at this, you know, for an hour. If you can't meet me there, then you're going to have to come pick it up. I'm willing to bring them to that location for an hour and meet anybody that can, but anybody else has to come to my house and pick up because I'm not going back and forth. Yeah, okay, that's smart. I would too, especially on a big one. Yes, charge for delivery. Definitely charge for delivery. That's so smart. Y'all are so smart. See, now I needed y'all's advice when I started out. Oh, thank you, Connie. Yeah, I'm learning to say no. A $5 travel fee, that's smart. And that's not a huge amount of money, but they are costing you gas and stuff, so that is so smart, y'all. I am learning, and I'm gonna take y'all's advice. But this year I'm so busy, if anybody asks me to meet them, I'm gonna be like, I can't. I'm sorry. So I was saying I did these ribbon streamers differently. I mean, this one is the same as I usually do, just 1.3 inch, and I layered them. On the whites, I doubled those up so that you can tell that really the contrast, and even, I think, yeah, the oranges I did too. And then on this one, I used a wide orange, wide black, and a wide white, and then did the 1.3 inch on top. So you get a completely different look, fun look. So see, there's some differences, and this is going to be really great for putting the stickers, the names, and the school. And they're also the yellow jackets. They're just not our yellow jackets. That's a good place. We have like a little shopping center, and it's not far from interstate. It's, you know, there's lots of traffic, lots of cars, and that's where I met last time. And actually one of the ladies that I delivered to, or didn't deliver, but met that day, who was the first time she'd ordered from me, but she ordered again this year. So she's the only one so far I'm thinking might want me to meet her. So I need to do the flowers on these, and I've been doing a bunch of the flowers in advance, and then I put them over here, you know, the Chanel stem, and then, so then I just have to grab them and not have to worry about securing the Chanel stem. That's true, TJ. That's really, really smart. That is so smart. $15 for delivery. I don't blame you. And then if they have to pay that, then they'll be more likely to want to come get it themselves. So before I start that, why don't I show y'all some of the stuff I ordered and got in. I got some more flowers because I'm going through flowers like crazy. 6.5, 5.5. These are 4 inch. I went ahead and got a baby blue and a baby pink just in case I need them for a baby shower, Mom. And I got a couple of gold and blacks because I did do several gold and blacks last year. So I wanted, and I did have a couple of gold flowers, and I used those really quickly, so I got a couple of those. Here's a big 8 inch, 8.5 inch, just in case. Some more 3 inch. These are great for my ring mums. A bunch of the 4 inch, which is the mum flower, the mums I was just working on. So I got a bunch of flowers. And then I got, let me see if I can find them. I got the little 1 inch flowers. They're even smaller than what I thought they were. I've seen these in the stores before, but I never really paid much attention to them. So I'm gonna have to make some like really tiny ring mums, I think, for these. I just thought I'd get them and see what they look like and maybe use them. But I got like 3 or 4 packages of them. So I'll have to do something with them. Or you can make a baby little mum and put on a bigger mum. That would be fun. I got some hatfinch, cowbells, because I'm going through those like crazy. A couple of mini packs, drill team, basketball, gold and silver. Volleyball, I've been going through volleyball trinkets like crazy. And then just some generic ones, our team rocks. Some more football helmets. Cheer, you know, I always use a bunch of those. I didn't have, I'm thinking a lot of soccer, and I do have some soccer trinkets, but I missed these before. Thought those were good. And I already had some soccer packs I can use. Uh-oh, where my stickers came off. And I got some homecoming. And I got some black and gold trinkets just in case to go with the flowers. And I probably won't get any orders this year. So I got the touchdown and just a bunch of different baseballs and a bunch of baseballs here already. Some more of the soccer balls. I've had a ton of kids playing soccer for their moms this year. I got a navy one too. Oh, for the bears. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. That's me too, Connie. No, I don't think I put that much thought into them. I think I mean, I do a little bit, but they really just make themselves. No, I've never made a boot mom, Madison. That would be fun. I guess it would depend on how big the boot is, but probably like either 5.5 or 6.5 inch flowers. Maybe Connie's made one. Okay, TJ, you guys, Amy. That would be fun. So there's some more. I missed these before too with gold volleyball. All my volleyball trinkets are silver. I've got to put this stuff up. Some glitter megaphones. I use a ton of megaphones. Got touchdown. Can't talk. Oh, these have been a huge hit on the ring mums, putting the volleyball in the center. People love that. So, it's just a bunch of that kind of stuff. Let's see. The Go Fight Win helmets. Just a bunch of that. I needed some more flowers. So I've been going through flowers like crazy, and I got worried I was going to run out. And then I also got some more ribbons because I still needed a few colors and in different sizes. And then I had to redo, you guys can't see that, the first 3 rows of ribbons on my thing. I ordered again from American Balloons. They have really good prices. I had a little bit of trouble with them on my first order, but I lost my train of thought. And it took me a while to get through to them because I had like emailed them several times, and I think I even tried to call, and finally I got through to him, and she was very apologetic. I think she was just overworked and trying to do everything. But this time, no issues. I haven't gone through everything, but I know I got all the ribbons I ordered, and everything's always packed up really, really nicely, and it just takes a few days to get it. I think they're in Arlington, but it's American Balloons. So they sell, you know, balloon stuff too, but they have a section that's called Homecoming. I know I did a video on the very first order I got. Ah, there's TJ showing me that sash mum pictures. Can I show that, TJ? I don't know if you guys can see it. So Kay would use a size 5 flower on the boot. That sounds very reasonable. That's what I would use like on a triple or something. Be the 5.5 inch. Where'd my flower go? Okay. So here's the pictures TJ just sent me. Yep. There's a delay, so I'm gonna have to wait just a minute. Oh yeah, you guys can see that. A little closer. Here's the back side of it. That's neat, isn't it? That's so smart. Does oval. And then here's where it's attached to the mum. Thank you, TJ. That's some hard work there. Okay, so I don't want to lose my train of thought. So I need to do trinket stickers. Sometimes I like to, you know, hang at least one trinket from here. Let's see if I have any cheer. Let me just grab one of those cheer trinkets out of here. Now I can't find them. Here they are. When you know it, I couldn't find them. I thought it would be easier to just grab these. That was really nice of her to share that. So I usually give them like one medium to big, you know, not a large trinket like those homecoming ones, but this is as big as I would get. And then a couple of small ones, like maybe some, you know, a couple of mini ones, and then a little bell. Everybody's responding to my Etsy messages right now. Okay, so I have twine, and then I have all kinds of other ribbons that I buy for hanging trinkets. I have some silver sparkly rope like, it's pretty thin, and I've got it in red. That's from Christmas at Hobby Lobby. And then I just have some thin soft satin ribbons that I've gotten at various stores, and then I have the twine. I got a package from Hobby Lobby that had all these different colors, and I think it was on clearance. So I really lucked out with that. Yeah, she sent it to me on my Etsy, through Etsy messaging. They let you send photos, so. And it's private, like a text message. So I love this orange and white twine. And I don't like to put the heavy one like down low, if I can keep from doing that. Try to get it up, keep it up pretty close to the top, so it's not swinging all over, the heaviest one swinging all over the place. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna put, since this is a skinny braid, I'll probably put some really pretty bow in the center. You know, a lot of times I put them down low, but I'm thinking since this is so narrow that I'll probably put some kind of bow like right in the center. Like real pretty bow, but not enough to cover, you know, I gotta be careful. I don't want to cover up the ribbons. I need to put her name, I need to put homecoming, and like yellow jackets. I don't have to put the school name, but sometimes I do. It just depends on how much room I have. I just hate stapling down this twine. I know, I made it harder by going ahead and attaching the back or at the top there. So I'm just stapling. I had to staple them individually, but they can still pull out. So what I do is just go ahead and put some hot glue on that, and then you can just stick something on there so it doesn't close. Yes, and you know, there's not that many sash mum listings that I've seen. I mean, I haven't really searched for them, but that would definitely be a good one to put up if there's not a lot of competition for that. And you'd want one to have for pictures for your listing. I did get 3 orders for senior mums in white and gold. So not that many people around here actually want a senior mum that's like white and silver or white and gold. So that's going to be different for me. There's just a lot of traditions that they don't practice around here. And even on my, you know, my Etsy shop, I get a ton of seniors, but hardly ever do they want those colors. TJ, you really should have got a listing up before the September 11th homecoming, because there has been so many. That was one of the ones I was talking about, the lady that I canceled the order. So I'm just going to hang one trinket, and I was debating on whether to do the bell like I did on that one, but if I do a bow, I'm probably going to do the bell in the center of the bow. I like to do that. I think it's fun to have that bell right in the center of the bow. And I'm trying to remember what I did on hers last year. If I did a bow on the bottom of the... Let me just look. I'll just look on my Etsy shop. Oh, no, I'll look at Pinterest. That'll be a better picture. Hold on, you guys. Find my mini mums. There they are. Okay, so I did 3 for her last year. That's what they look like. And I had more time to work on hers last year. It was early in the season again, but I didn't have that many orders that early, so I got to spend a lot of time on hers. But I had a bunch of braids made up in advance, so she got to pick from the braids. This time I did not, so I just made her some simple braids. But that's, if I can enlarge that, that's that zebra print I was talking about that I put on there. She just loved that. So I put... Okay, so on these 2 flat braids I put, it looks like tinsel and a small bow on the bottom. And then I did a little bit of rhinestones and stuff on the braids. And one of the braids was a twisted loop chain. So you can't really do a bow on that. I just did rhinestones and a star. So doing a bow in the middle of the braids is going to definitely give it a different look than what she had before. She had, and then, you know, I'm doing the cheerleaders because we did the initial last year. I thought about doing the yellow jacket, but it's a lot more complicated. And so I'm not going to do that one. I wanted to do something simple since it's, you know, not a lot of time to work on it. And then I would definitely want to do different trinkets. She got the actual cheerleaders last year and megaphones. So this is different. So I'm doing good. Doing different things. That's the only thing about returning customers. I want to make them look so different. It hasn't come through yet. You'll hear it when it comes through. I would, and I'm telling you, like, these mini mums and the ring mums have been super popular. But I don't know what, you know, for other people, I don't know what's really popular for them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this because I think I'm done. I don't know if you can see that. You know, when I said I go through and make up a bunch of the custom cutouts at one time, I also have been going through and doing the ribbon streamers for like 4 or 5 orders at a time. But then I'm writing their name on there so I remember who those streamers are for. Oh, well, I've got one right here. I got one left out of the ones I did. So you see, I just put Skylar on it. I had them all sitting over here, and that way I could just go through and say, okay, and just grab it and start working on it. So I've just been rotating through. That's been working well for me this year, because I get really burnt out on doing the same one. Well, Connie, nothing's coming through. Well, no, I got messages. I didn't hear it. It didn't go off. Ooh, that's a big old braid on there. Look at that. So this is a white and silver from Connie. I love this. I can share everybody's work, you know. Well, that wasn't TJ's work, but still share other people's work. If you guys can see that good. Move that over a little bit. Now look at that ginormous braid. Oops. Lets me know I'm still streaming. Okay. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. So I'm just going to staple around. I like to make sure I staple where this is and don't staple it down. This is just like that little video I put up, the little shorts video. So I did their necklace different too, because last year I did it, you know, where it tied, but this time where it goes through the loop and they can pin it. And I just did a safety pin. I've got some pretty straight pins too. I might give them. I don't know how that'll work with the straight pin. Surely it would hold. I just feel like a safety pin would be safer. But still, the soft satin, so it's nice and comfortable. And I just thought that would be a fun idea. It would hold, you know, you wouldn't have to worry about it coming untied. And then it's adjustable, so they can make it as short or as long as they want. Wasn't that pretty, TJ? I think you're commenting on Connie's work. Over that ribbon too. I've been waiting for that to happen during a live. TJ knows what that is. Oh, my braid went over a little bit. I'll cover that up, don't worry about it. Oh, my stupid screen. Yes, but I think I would use like a heavier safety pin. I used to have some really big ones, but I ran out of those. So I need to get some more of the really big ones. I got a package of safety pins from the Dollar Tree, and most of them were real little, but there was some regular sized ones. But at Hobby Lobby, you can get the bigger ones like this. And I would make sure you use a good ribbon, a heavy duty ribbon that's going to hold up, and maybe even more than one. Sometimes I'll double up the ribbons. So you see, the only issue with using the ribbons full ends, but I just glue it in there. I'll hold it in place. And try to pull on it too, so it glues like that. Thank you, Kay. I mean, I've done, you know, like the pin on. I've given them the big safety pin or the big straight pins. I've got a lot of this, you know, like the corsage pins. I've got those with like diamonds on the end and the other ones with pearls on the end. So for the bigger mums, I usually give a straight, you know, a pretty straight pin. If they're younger, then a lot of times I'll just give them a safety pin just to be safer. I'll just let that set for a little bit. Look at that mess. Wouldn't it be awful if they could actually see all the mess you make of the mum before it's finished? Is it really hot the last 2 days where you guys are? Gosh, it was. I didn't really notice how hot it was, but like our air conditioner is struggling in the afternoons. It's pretty warm in here. And then I go ahead and glue it down too. I need to do a ring mum during a live, and I do have 1 or 2 more orders for ring mums, but they're not due this soon, so maybe, I think I just glued, yeah, I just glued it to my table, or to my mat. But ring mums usually don't take me but maybe an hour to make. If I can just sit down and make it and get them done really quickly. And I gave them lots of options for the ring mums too, because everybody wants a different style. I've got, you guys do this, the little glue on the end of your glue stick, glue it to the existing glue stick, that way it won't fall out. You just have to let it set for a minute. Anyway, on the ring mums, I got with flower, with streamers, with flower, without streamers, without flower, without streamers, without flower, with streamers. And then like a custom if they want to come up with their own unique design. Connie, I think Connie just sent me something else, didn't you? Yes, no, I thought it showed something come through. That was weird. It just now sent me the notification that you sent me that message. Isn't that crazy? Whew, it's not a mum order, it was a wreath kit. It's to the point where I cringe whenever I cha-ching. I'm thinking, is this going to be another last minute order? Try to find a place where I can really get in there with my stapler. So I'm going to go on top of the loops and try to get down in there. Put a couple of staples. And I keep these because like I sell wreath forms, and I anchor, when I sell the wreath forms, I anchor them to the bottom of the box with these little pieces of chenille stems so they don't move around in the box. So I don't waste any of those. These are some of the backers I cut on my machine. They're thinner than, you know, the paper plates from Dollar Tree. but they work good. I just have to be careful with the staples. Sometimes if the staples are sticking out, it'll feel like it might be coming through. So there's been a couple of times I had to use 2 of them. But you get like 20 plates for $1. I don't know what that comes up to. Maybe that's more expensive. I don't even know. Oh, me too, TJ. I cringe too when I see that I've gotten a review. I'm like, ooh, is this going to be a bad one? I've never gotten a bad one on a mum, but I've gotten bad ones on like wreath kits before. So I opened myself up for bad reviews when I started selling wreath kits. And most of the time it's because they do not read the description and what comes with the wreath kit. And then they get mad at me because it doesn't come with what they thought it was going to come with, and it's always my fault. But that's just a few people. Most people take the time and love them, and so it's worth it. But I don't like that I get less than 5 stars when somebody's looking for a mum, because I don't want them to look at that and think that it's the mums that I'm getting a bad review on. Speaking of which, let me tell you another Etsy story. So I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, it may have been 2 weeks ago, I get the review, I get the notification and it's a review, and I cringe. I open it up, it's a 1 star. I'm like, what the heck? And so then I read it, and she says, it's August whatever, I still have not received my order from, like 4 weeks ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago. And I'm like, what the, and I start looking, and I realize that she's left me a 5-star review from the same order, because she ordered 3 things from me on the same time. So they shipped together in the same box, and right after, like within a week, she left me that 5-star review, and then she leaves me a 1 star saying she didn't get it. And I'm like, what is going on? And then she messaged me immediately after leaving the review and says, I haven't gotten this order, what's going on? So I did the tracking, and I screenshotted it showing that it was left at her front door, and the day that it was left, she's like, well, I never got it. And so we go back and forth, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do? I've never had this situation before. And then she says, you know what? My life has been really hectic lately. Maybe I received it and I forgot. I'm like, that sounds like me. I can't judge you for that. She said, I'll get back to you if I find it. Several days go by, nothing. So I leave a response on the review, kind of telling the situation, and that the tracking says that it was delivered. So when people saw that, they wouldn't think that I'm not delivering, not shipping their orders. And then several days go by again, and she finally messaged me and said she found it in her garage, that the delivery person must have left it in her garage in the corner, and they never saw it. Which I still didn't think that made sense since she'd left me a 5-star review, but whatever. I believe her. I've had delivery guys leave stuff in the garage and walked right by it several times and not even seen it, because they don't knock on the door or anything. They just kind of shove it in, and you're not looking for it, so you don't see it. So I can completely understand. But she was all happy, and she's like, I'm happy I found it, blah blah blah. And she never apologized for leaving me a bad review, never says anything about the bad review. I messaged her back and said I'd really appreciate it if you would go back and change your review since you got the order. Nothing. I got no response. She didn't change the review, and I had already taken my response off since I talked to her and knew she got it, and I assumed she would change the review, and she can't change the review if my response is on there. That's what I've been told anyway. So that's why I took the response off, because I wanted her to be able to change it. She still has not changed it. So still, that review is up there, and now I can't leave a response again because I deleted the response. It only lets you leave a response once. So I reported the review to Etsy, so hopefully they'll do something about it. But I've gotten like 4 or 5 5-star reviews since then, and it still hasn't taken the stars back up. That drives me nuts. 1 bad review and they will take you down a 1/2 star, and it takes several 5 stars before it'll go back up again. So I don't know if you've dealt with that at all, TJ, but it's so frustrating. especially when the review is wrong. You know, you would think she would go back and change it. I feel guilty about that, but yes, I did. I reported it. At first I didn't, you know, because they only give you a few options, and at first I was like, well, it's not really any of those options, but there is one if it's like the third party. So if it's like the shipping carrier's fault, they didn't get it, so I picked that one and then explained that she didn't think she got it, but she did, and they take a week to respond. So you have dealt with that. But I thought, you know, she's ruining my, I mean, she's not ruining it, but you know, she's making me look bad and then not even going back and changing it. So that, I just want y'all to know, like, these kind of issues that I have. I mean, for the most part, it's been really great selling on Etsy. There's been a lot of great customers, but there is a downside. There are, you know, downsides to it. So you guys should be aware if you're thinking about selling. Just, you know, there are some bad things that can happen. So yeah, that's a good idea, because it's not your fault. Once it leaves your house or you drop it off, you know, at a shipping carrier, it's out of your control. And it's not fair for them to leave you a bad review when it's out of your control. But they still make it your fault. You see, this flower is a lot fuller than the other flowers, so I can do, it'll be a lot easier to glue it like this, or I can do some tinsel again. But a lot of times I just glue them to the outside of the petals like this, and then I'll do a cute bow on there too, because this is pretty small. I just have to, the sizing on these cutouts is the only issue, because sometimes they come out really big. Like I had a flower like that size that I had on here before, the 4-inch, and I cut out, it's for the Cypress TJ. I cut out the bee with the claw coming around the bee, and I think I cut it at like 3.5 tall and 3 inches wide, and it swallowed that 4-inch flower. I was like, but it looked good. It looked good, and she was really happy. But you know, it's hard. It's like a guessing game on these custom cutouts, like how big to make them. And this is 3 inches for a 5-inch flower. So I didn't want it huge, but I didn't want it tiny either. But with a cute bow or something, it'll be fine. So go ahead and glue down that backer. You ever gotten all excited about finishing a mum and then flipped it over and realized you didn't put a clean backer on the bag? I've done that lately too. I want to make sure the shiny part side is on the outside. Of course, if you buy your backers, they're shiny on both sides, so you don't have to worry about that. You know, I was hand cutting these for so long, and then I finally realized I could cut them on my scan and cut and get a perfect circle. Sure, it wears down your blade. Every time you use your blade, you're wearing it down. I finally broke down and bought a new blade last season, like the end of last season, and I had the hardest time with it. It was overcutting everything. Every time I tried to cut stickers, I mean, I had to turn, mine's one of those you have to turn the blade down, up and down, and I had to turn like almost all the way down, and it was still, like cutting through all the vinyl, and so the little letters would be stuck to the mat, and I couldn't get, oh, it was awful. So I realized I took it out and started using the old, excuse me, the old blade again. And then to wear out the blade, I started cutting cutouts with it, and it dulled it up just enough to where it works good with vinyl now. And then I also have like a little ball of tin foil, and I would sharpen my old blade with that one, and it worked. It would help it sharpen it a little bit. Oh, Connie's always baking for us, but she never gives us a video of it. You gotta give us a video of that. I know that's really hard to have a camera in the kitchen, like when you're decorating or baking. Bye, Connie. Thank you. Me and TJ are on it. We are thinking the same things today. I'm guzzling water today. Every time the weather changes a little, everybody thinks I have COVID, but I'm sick I feel like I'm sick all the time. And it's been like that for years. Well, ever since I've lived in Texas, I'm sick all the time. So if I got COVID, I probably wouldn't know it unless I got like really, really sick. And some mom tutorials too, or mom videos just showing us your work, Connie. We want to see it. Okay, super, super cute. Let me think about what kind of bow I want to make. I can use like this ribbon. This one is a really stiff ribbon, so I don't even try to make a bow out of it. I mean, it's super stiff. There's just no way. It's thick and it's stiff. I don't even know what it's made from. I get them from Michael's, so I've got it in red, orange, purple, blue. It's glittery. It's real pretty, but you know, anything other than loops, I wouldn't use it for. Let's see. I could do a pretty silver bow. I've got some orange ribbons. I don't want to use that ribbon. That's really too wide. I don't want to go bigger than 1.5 inches on the ribbon width. I've got some real pretty silver glitter. Oh, I got some more honeycomb ribbon with this this order as well. I got some more acetates in different colors and sizes, but I also got, and I think this was number 9 if I remember right. That's the 1+ inch. So I got purple and burgundy, if you can't tell what colors those are. I'm always looking for something more with burgundy because there's not that much stuff you can use with burgundy. You can't get glitter cardstock in burgundy, so you have to use like gold, silver, white, black. It's a pain. They have like rose colors and then they have the red, but so some people do use like red with it, but I just think that would be too different. And then I got some diamond ribbon in red and royal blue. I love that royal blue. So that's going to be pretty on some mums. I can't wait to use that. I know I've got some red mum orders, so I might be able to use that. And that was all the pretty ribbon I ordered. Everything else was acetates, I believe. Yeah. But I reorganized the first 3 rows because I really like to keep the colors together. And I had some rolls that of stuff that I didn't use that often, and so I took those off and made more room. But I got my reds, my whites, my blacks, orange, and then I've got black and white again, but they're like really low, so I put them on the end where I can change them out really quickly. And then I've got green, and then all my soft satins, some sheers, some glitters, and just some other odd and in. No, I have never done the teddy bear either. Can you believe that? I've never gotten a request for that. Actually, speaking of that, I did order 2 teddy bears with that order, and I didn't get those, so I need to check that. Thank you for saying that, Kay. I forgot all about that. Yeah, that's another thing with American Balloons. I never get like all the stuff. I mean, they refunded me last time, but it's like, I guess they just don't keep up with what they have in stock as good as they should. But I did order a couple just to have them and completely forgot about that. So I definitely need to count all those flowers and everything and make sure I got everything. Because like I said last time, there were several things that I didn't get. And she did refund me, but it took her a while. So So far I've had a better experience this time than I did last time. So this one is, you know, I can kind of see where the staples are, but they're not poking through or anything, so I'm good. You know, on some of the Pee-wee Mum, the garters, especially on the little boys, sometimes I'll put felt back here too. Not directly on top of the staples, but like over this backer, or sometimes just like right here, because just to make it more comfortable for them. And I think maybe it would, you know, because if they sweat and stuff, I don't know, I think that would be so uncomfortable. So I do that sometimes, which I do that on, you know, like the wrist mums and the finger mums or ring mums, so it's more comfortable. So I do buy a lot of felt, either felt sheets, or now you can get rolls of felt from the Dollar Tree. It's a little bit thinner, but still works for that you know, for what I'm doing. I got a roll of black, so I have black if I need it. So that's, you know, I've got some cute 1.5 inch wire that's, well, I have some different checks, like orange and black check, white and black check, but I have some polka dot that would be super, super cute, and then it would kind of blend in with that. So let me cut that and try to make a bow with that. Yes, that's right. And when I was moving my ribbons around, I realized that I'm low on black 9/16. Every time I think I get caught up on, you know, ordering enough of ribbons for everything and the sizes and colors that I need, I realize I missed one. And the 9/16 black I'm really low on, and I don't know, I'll have to look and see, but I don't think I ordered that. I can always get it from Amazon though, because I don't want to order from American Balloons. I only order if I have a bunch of stuff to order, because you have to order over $200 to get free shipping, which the shipping's not outrageous, but I'm just one of those that likes to have free shipping. So I wait till I need a bunch of stuff before I place an order, and then if I need anything, you know, like 1 or 2 rolls of ribbon, or maybe a few more trinkets, and I'll order from Amazon. So that I order back and forth from both of those. This ribbon is hard to get to. I don't know why I took my ruler, because I just kind of eyeball it. Straight pin. So I just always eyeball these, kind of see how big I want to make it. See, I don't want to make it huge, but just a little bit to make a statement. So of course I'm going to remove those wires. And I do not remember where I got this ribbon. I've had it for quite a while. It's just a simple cheer bow. I think simple cheer bows are cute on mums, and it's so easy. So you can fold it in and then out, or you can just like accordion gather it. It looks a little different either way. Hold on, I forgot my bell. Let me just clip that so I don't lose it. I want to get these new bells out and use those. Now I can't find anything I'm looking for in here. It's probably really loud. I'm sorry, guys. Seriously, I can't find the bells now. There's gold ones. I don't want those. I want the silver ones. There they are. So again, those are the 1/2 inch. Here's a bunch of 1.5 inch ribbons I brought in here because I can use these for homecoming. Silver glitter. This is Sam's Club. See, I've got this orange and black. That would be cute on one of these too. I might do it on the other one. Black and white stripe. That's super cute on these kind of mums. Red and white. There's a silver glitter, red glitter, gold glitter, solid red with glitter on the edges. There's a purple with gold glitter. Hunter green sheer or organza, and that is a navy sheer or organza. So I can use any of those. Most of these, not all of them, I would say, okay, all of those, these two, this one are all Sam's Club. These are all, this one was Amazon, the orange and black, and then the other three were from Craft Outlet. But the thing about Craft Outlet, they run out of ribbons really quickly. You have to order seasonal ribbons from them very, very early. But they sell a bunch of 50-yard rolls, and I love that. So I have some bells open, but they're shaped a little differently, so I just want to use these. See, I may have one in here.